What's going on? I'm going to be going over my Melga deck profile that I used to get first place at a 4-round locals. So we'll start out with the Digitama. First I played the one of Pokemon with the jamming inheritable, and then the 4 Sunamon from bt5 that gives you 1000 DP if you're a Garurumon or Omnimon. I opted for that one over the bt15 one, just because I like it a little more. And then next for the rookies, I have 4 of the bt5 Gabumon, where it's on play, search the top 3 cards of your deck, grab a Garurumon and an Omnimon. And then 4 of the Gabumon from bt15. This one's really good. At start of your main phase, you can give one of your Digimon blocker. Then if you have a mat tamer in play, you draw one. So that combos with the new mat, where you draw one off this and then you tap the mat to gain a memory. And then it has an inheritable of once per turn when attacking, draw one, and that will also trigger your mats. And then we have 3 of the Gabumon X antibody from bt9. This one's just another searcher. On play when digivolving, search the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Garurumon or Omnimon and an X antibody. So it's just another one to build your stack up to and a little more search. And then the one of Garurumon or Gabumon X antibody from EX5 has the search top 4, and then add 2 with Garurumon, and then if you did add a card, you need to trash one. And then the inheritable of the protection, so if you're Garurumon or Omnimon, you can, if you're deleted in battle, you can put 2 non-digi eggs to the bottom of your deck to prevent that deletion once per turn. This one is very good, saves you a lot. And then for the champions, we have 2 of the Garurumon from bt15. This one, I don't think it came up as much, because you do get to play a mat tamer when digivolving if you don't have one, and then if you already have one, you draw a card. And then the inheritable is when attacking, draw one, but that's just once per turn. And then for the next Garurumon, this is the promo Garurumon, where it's when attacking, you draw one, and it's not once per turn, so this one's really good to just get your hand size up. Thinking about bumping this one down by 1 and going 3 of the promo Garurumon. And then I have 2 of this Garurumon from bt5. This one, when digivolving, if there's a Gabumon in sources, you gain a memory, so essentially it makes it a 1-cost digivolve. And then the inheritable gives you on your turn 1000 DP for Garurumon Omnimon in name. And then we have Garurumon X antibody from bt9. This is the one where if you have 2 in stack and you're deleted by battle, you can trash 2 of the same level. And the one of Garurumon X antibody from EX5. When digivolving, draw 2, trash 2. Then if you have Garurumon or X antibody, you gain a memory. This one is very good, lets you extend your plays a lot. And then it has the same inheritable as the Gabumon X antibody, where you can bottom deck 2 from trash to prevent a deletion by battle. Now on to the level 5s. Have the one of Weregaruru promo. This is when attacking, if it has Garurumon and Digivolution sources, you can unsuspend. And then inheritable, when you have 8 or more cards in hand, this Digimon gains security attack +1. This one is very good, it's at 1 for a reason. The security attack came up, the unsuspend came up. Didn't get to see it every game, unfortunately. Would have been a little better if I did. Now we have the Weregarurumon Ace. This one has the Blast Digivolve, and then it has when digivolving and on play, draw 1. Then if you have 5 or more in hand, trash 1. So it's pretty good to fill up your trash and just cycle more cards. And then all turns, when one of your Digimon effects adds a card to your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn. I never really found it good Blast Digivolving. Really only regularly Digivolved it. Never had the Blast Digivolve come up. So I might change this for the EX1 Weregarurumon, because it'll still have that draw 1 when Digivolving. And then the one of Sagittarius mode. This is just get to bounce level 3s if you have a Tamer. And it has the same inheritable as the bt9 Garurumon X antibody. Just more protection. Now onto the Wereguru X antibodies. I have 2 of the X5 one. Trash 2 cards in hand, then unsuspend this Digimon, and then if Weregurumon or X antibodies in the sources, you get to add 1 back. So it's just unsuspend, so you get more swings. And then the inheritable when attacking, if this card has Gurumon or Omnimon, you can trash 1 to unsuspend. Here is the Weregurumon X antibody. This one was really good because of the lower Digivolution cost. This one costs 4 to evolve regularly, and then it costs 1 over a Wereguru. So this one's free over the Wereguru, and you just get to unsuspend for free. And then you get to bounce a level 4 that your opponent controls. So it's a little more board control, and you still get the unsuspend. It's really good for the combo when you put X antibody under the limited to 1 Wereguru, and then you get the security attack on your the next 2 checks. Now onto the level 6s, you have 2 of the Metalgarurumon from bt15, the secret rare. This one's really good because you can warp digivolve if your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, and then you have Matashita. And then it also has invade, which gives it inherited protection. It also has when digivolving, 3 of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. And then all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon becomes suspended, you can unsuspend it. So you either get 2 checks, or you get to protect yourself twice with evade. And for the other level 6s, we have 1 Metalgarurumon Ace. This was really good for cheap Digivolutions to just swing with a big stack when you don't have a lot of memory. And then I have 1 of the EX1 Metalgarurumon. This one I put in for the when attacking, so if you have 8 or more cards in your hand and a Tamer in play, you can return one of your opponent's Digimon with an on deletion to the bottom of their deck. So this, it almost came up, but I didn't have quite enough memory to get the swing afterwards. So it's pretty good, but it was also mainly just used for the same thing this was, for cheap Digivolution to just go into a big stack. So honestly, it could be another Metalgarurumon Ace, and it might be a little better, but still liked it overall. And then I have 2 of the bt9 Metalgarurumon X antibody. This one was probably the best card all day. You get when digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, and it gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. And then your turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, if you have Metalgarurumon or X antibody in its Digivolution sources, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to hand. So that came up a lot. It would clear boards most of the time. You're able to swing an additional time. So it really just does it all. And then we have the Metalgarurumon X antibody from EX5. This one I was just kind of playing for fun. It gets blocker, and it has when digivolving if you have Metalgarurumon or X antibody in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Until the end of your opponent's turn, all of their Digimon gain when attacking, lose 4 memory. So it gives them up like a souped up ice wall. Honestly, I never use this card. I always trash it for my hand. So I would change this out for a 3rd one of this. That's just what I had for this tournament. It was just kind of a fun card that I wanted to use, but it never came in handy. Then you have 1 of Blitz Omni, just for swinging that last additional check, and to combo with the Omnimon X antibody. I also never used this in the day. It almost came up, but it just was never actually needed. I usually won before I was able to use it. But in the past, in other versions of the deck, I have used it a lot, so I know it's a great combo, and it definitely can win you games, so I'm definitely keeping it in for the future. And then on to the Tamers, I have 3 of the bt15 Matashita. It is on play, search the top 3 cards of your deck, and then add 1 Gabumon or Gurumon to your hand, and then return the rest to the bottom. And then your turn, when one of your Digimon effects adds a card to your hand, you can suspend this to gain a memory. This was pretty good all day, and I pretty much always wanted to see it. And sometimes when I didn't see it, I was struggling a bit. Most of those games I lost and I didn't see this card, so I'm really thinking about bumping this up to 4. It's just the deck space right now is kind of tight. I mean, there's some things you can take out, but Overall, I thought they were really good, and 3 was good enough. 4 might be too bricky, but I really want to test out 4. And then I have 2 Cool Boy. This was pretty good all day. I don't think it was quite as good as a Matashita, but it still came up. Thinking about cutting one for this and then another one for the Davis Searcher Tamer and Memory Setter, because then you'd have a Memory Setter in the deck. But overall, these were also really good. And then on to options. I had 2 of the X Antibody from BT9. This card came up all the time. Would not change this at all. Lets you Digivolve into your X Antibodies, get additional checks, keep swinging even if you don't have enough memory. And then one of the new X Antibody Protoform. This came up a lot, surprisingly, as well. It would allow me to go into the Garurumon X Antibody from EX5 a lot easier, and it just made that play way more efficient. And then it also would recover and recur stuff to your hand when your stack would die. And then I played 1 blue memory boost. It could be pretty much anything. I just liked a little more search. And then I also have 2 mental training. Like I said, you could change the blue memory boost to a mental training, and you can change these ratio ups any way you want. Kind of want to play more of the searching options, but the room is pretty tight, so this is what I ended up with. They both came up all day, so no complaints there. Round 1 was against the Black Omnimon Turbo deck that goes into Alter S and Alter B. Game 1 was pretty close, but I managed to sneak it out, and then game 2 he kind of bricked, so it wasn't too bad there. And then round 2 was against Blue Flare, and that one I got destroyed game 1. Got too many Digimon stuck on board, and then game 2 I managed to barely win, and then game 3 he bricked a little bit, so I was able to just go in for game pretty quickly. Round 3 was against Leomon. That one was 2-0. It was pretty close both games, but I just managed to sneak it out in the last second of each one. I think the game 2 I had 0 security left and managed to win. And then round 4 was against Mirage Galgamon, and that one I also got destroyed game 1. And then games 2 and 3 I was just able to go faster, so I took that. And then, like I said, the things I would change, I would definitely take out the EX5 Metalgarurumon X Antibody for another BT9. And then I would try to add another Garurumon. Then I would also potentially switch the Cool Boys out for another Mat and the Davis Tamer. For prizing, they gave the Winners Pack, so I got the Cutemon. And then they also gave out the Tamers Pack, so I got a Digimon Emperor and the Shakumon. And I actually can't find the third card. I don't remember what it was. Overall, it was a fun tournament. Let me know what you thought of the deck profile in the comments, and don't forget to give the video a like. Thanks for watching.